Jack's on the warpath, TMZ invades Genoa City, and Phyllis takes a tumble. All that and more on this week's Restless Wrap-Up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Of course, that is our theme song, as well as the Young and the Restless theme song, but you probably know that because you're watching this show, right? Or else we're gonna spoil a lot of stuff and talk about things that you don't understand. But, as always, I'm your host, Lacretia Lyon, and you can find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. But there isn't just one lady here tonight. Let's talk about my lady here on the end. Who are you, and where can they find you?
Hello, hello. I am Kiera Giavanni. You can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni, but more specifically, my Instagram is under Kiki Giavanni, so that can get a little confusing, but follow it.
Love it, Kiki.
All right, and how about you, Abby? Where can they find you?
Hi guys, I'm Abbey Scott, and you can find me everywhere with Abbey Scott 1. You can go to my website, abbyscott.com.
Yes.
The link below.
Well, you know, this week was pretty succinct, but a lot did happen.
It did. It did.
A lot.
Stuff we've been waiting for.
Yeah, that's the thing, is Jack just started out this week literally yelling at everyone, and that was really fun to watch, because I'm like, yes, Jack has his balls back, and he's got that, you know, midlife crisis haircut going on.
Oh my God, he
No.
looks 15 years younger. He does.
I know, he does. I love Jack. I love he's finally coming out of his shell, and he's telling everyone what I think he's been like holding it inside, you know, and now he's like, you know, watch out, everyone.
Yeah, because he laid into Jill. I really loved that
did.
scene. Yeah.
I loved it too, but I felt a little bad for Jill, because I'm like, it's not all her fault.
Oh no, and I feel like she got a lot of it in the beginning, because he's still trying to deal with the betrayal of Phyllis and Billy, that are so close to him. But with Jill, they, you know, not like they didn't have a thing behind his daddy's back.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
true.
don't even like to think about
Yeah.
that.
And everyone's blaming Victor again, too. All the blame is
Yeah.
going on Victor.
Always. He's
but
the
I think
scapegoat.
Jill should have had Jack's back. She should have told him. She was like, you know, saying, should I tell him? She should have just told him the truth.
I don't know. That's so
It's just-
hard.
yeah.
When your son's involved, you're really on two opposite sides. She had to play the
Yeah.
middle, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the thing, is Jill was in such a hard place. What do you betray your son? Do you know, Jack is her friend and former lover, and they sort of have, you know, I don't want to say brother or sister relationship, but they have this sort
Weird
of
incest
yeah.
thing
It's
going
weird,
on.
you know? She
Yeah.
was, you know, yeah. I think he just feels betrayed by everybody. He feels like everyone's betrayed him, and that's a really tough spot to be in.
Except for Summer. I like that he's still warm to her, even though you are Phyllis's spawn.
Yeah, I liked that Summer supported Jack. I didn't like how she treated her mother in the beginning, you know, but we'll talk about that later, because Nick fixed it. But,
Yeah.
Nick's been
Yeah.
The fixer.
Yeah.
fixes everything with donuts and that smile.
Yes. But yeah, I liked that Summer did want to support Jack, because he has always been there for her. Yeah. I'll give her points for that. And that white dress.
Got like half a point.
I know, she looked adorable, but maybe a little inappropriate for the scenes she was in, but okay.
Never. In Genoa City, you go from the hospital to the coffee shop. You're moving in one day.
Yeah, it's such a fashionable city.
It really is.
But yeah, you know, the Jack and Jill was probably, to me, the best blow-up, which was funny, because you'd think it would be with Phyllis and Billy, but there was so much still there with Phyllis, because Phyllis's scene with him had so much to it. I mean, because we're dealing with, you know, a woman who was sexually assaulted by a man that looked with Jack's face. So there was always this level of you could understand Phyllis's point of view, and I'm glad that we got to see that this week. Her bring that up yet again in the confrontation.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, she's a broken
She's running
record.
it into the ground. That does not excuse you cheating with your husband's brother.
Yeah. It
Pick
doesn't
someone
get lower
else.
than that.
Should have been Victor.
I know,
Oh,
she could
God.
just pick
Well,
someone.
he's the one who set that up.
Right?
That would have been more acceptable.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think Victor's going to get any. Even though I know
He's getting
Eric
enough from
Braden wants
Nikki.
some, I don't think he's going to get any.
Remember, Nikki was a stripper, so
Oh,
he
yeah.
is perfectly
Yeah.
satisfied over there.
She looks great, too. So.
Yeah, and Nikki was really good this week.
She was.
And that was the thing, is I like how she actually supported Phyllis, you know, in the end. And that, you know, as I say, the town drunks were there to counsel all this
Had
week.
to.
Yeah.
It's like she's such in a dark, down place.
Yeah.
Phyllis, she's losing all over the place. Somebody has to be there for her. So it was
Taylor
nice to
Jones,
see they're not
yeah.
just trying to, you know, bury her.
Yeah, and to me it made a lot of sense for Nikki to do that because Nikki has been in similar situations like with Ian Ward and, you know, she could understand Phyllis's point of view because she cheated not too long ago.
Right.
Yeah, no, I was going to say with the chat, Taylor Jones says, yeah, Nick's the fixer-upper.
Yes, he is.
Our guy Demo's chiming in. Jill was trying to blame victim Jack, was not having that.
No.
Yeah, but Victoria isn't to blame for Phyllis cheating on her husband.
Yeah, nobody's to blame but her.
Exactly.
You're grown, Phyllis.
You're a grown woman.
Yeah, but I still do. I mean, yes, Phyllis and Billy are both adults, but the thing is, in this situation where you have both of them, I mean, Billy was in a dark place and Phyllis was the person he could turn to. So it's like, yes, they're to blame for their actions, but you at least can understand and empathize with their point of view.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
just don't understand if Phyllis wants to be with Billy, if she just feels bad and that's why she's begging for Jack back. I just don't, because I think she really wants to be with Billy. It's like, come on, Phyllis, just, you know.
Yeah, as I've always said, is Phyllis is two people. Phyllis is the person she wants to be, and that's the person that loves Jack and wants to be with Jack, and is the person that she is. There. But Phyllis is still the old Phyllis, you know, the one that ran over Christine and Paul, the one that, you know, slept with Nick when she was initially with Jack and made Summer. So that is still who she is on this other hand, and that's the person that loves Billy.
And I love how Nick brought that up with their whole cheating thing. And he's like, it's okay. I cheated too. You know, we needed each other in that moment. So he really empathized with her. And I'm like, oh, somebody understands her.
Yeah, to me, Nick coming in after, you know, hearing Summer talk to her mother that way, that was one of my favorite scenes of the week. Nick was just there for Phyllis, and he's just such a good guy. I'm like, we think we need to add a new segment of Nick's best moment of the week, since there's always a few.
Yes, he's too good to be true, I think.
Yeah, he should have been a
His
little
drama
hard
is
on her,
glory.
but
Well, I mean, and I like how he brings up later when he talks to Summer is that, you know, that's how you were made, Summer. You wouldn't be here if your mother didn't cheat with me.
It's kind of true. Yeah, no,
and
I
those
like
are those things you don't understand as a kid, and once you become an adult, it's like, ew, that's what really happened with my parents. Oh my God.
Well, that's why there was that whole, you know, is Jack your dad? Am I your dad?
Oh yeah.
Poor girl. Poor
Yeah.
girl.
That's probably why she's so close to Jack.
Yeah. I mean, because he was, you know, she thought he was her father for a brief period. And, you know, Jack has always doted on Summer, you know, as well as, you know, Victoria in a way. There are people in Jack's life that he is fatherly to that just aren't Chemo and Kyle. But yeah, the Nick and Summer scene was probably one of my favorites this week because the way he talked to her, you know, and it was so, like, she was so annoying in the beginning and acting so childish and trying to sound adult. And it's like, okay, Summer, like, you want to be treated like adult, you need to act like one. And he told her that.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to understand that your parents are people. And I like how he said it's not like a comic book. And
Yeah.
And he said it in the nicest way ever.
Oh, yeah.
He really did. He leveled with her, you know. It's like, you know, you're an adult now, you know. You're doing
Right?
adult
You don't have good
things, so-
relationship track records.
Oh, yeah.
so
I
know, right?
Who are you?
Who are you to judge?
Yeah, and that was me too. It's like she's judging her own mother for cheating on Jack when, as I pointed out, didn't you try to push a kid to suicide? And you married one guy and almost married the other one that was like totally hating on your family, and you knew it. I mean,
Yeah.
your Aunt Avery was nearly murdered by Austin.
And Nick was like, you're probably going to be in a similar position in the future.
Right. That's what happens in Genoa City, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Girl, move out of town.
It's like
That's
yeah.
what family's for. You got to be there no matter what.
Yeah, and I feel like in the end they did all sort of come together. I mean, especially at the end of this week with the
Yeah,
the
of
fall. But
course.
we'll get
I'm
to
like,
that.
you know, I'm like, Phyllis,
Had to
just
be
lay there.
something.
Just lay there.
Right.
Don't wake
open
up.
your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she
Don't
opened her eyes, I was like, oh, too soon. Milk it.
Milk it. Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, my thing is with Phyllis is like, yeah, it's like you need to buy some new shoes, honey, because this is like the second tumble you've had like within a year.
Were they red bottoms? I couldn't remember.
I don't know.
Probably.
They looked really
It's,
cute.
You know,
It's
Genoa
like
City.
she's so like Sam on General Hospital. It's like just stay away from stairs or buy a new shoe. I mean, every time tumble down.
There was a little force behind that.
Yeah. I know, that's what they're trying to say. Did Jack shove her? I mean, to me, it was a traditional, you know, you didn't actually push her.
He's
it's
like,
an
"Get off,
accident.
yeah."
Yeah, and he asked her plenty of times, don't
Yeah.
follow me, don't. And you know how women are, we think we're small.
She wasn't giving him his space. She was like, clawing at him. So he was just kind of flew his arm up.
And you can tell he felt so bad after.
Yeah, I did like that Jack in that moment was like, okay, we need to get her to the hospital. We want to take care of her even after what she did. And I did like that Billy didn't say, he goes, I didn't see what happened. So I don't, he was actually good in that moment. Yeah.
Taylor Jones, hashtag be a man, Billy. Yes, I've been saying that for weeks and it still hasn't happened.
What was Billy doing there, though? What was he doing there? It's like he just all of a sudden exactly at the moment.
He just wanted to come and talk.
Yeah, he probably wanted to talk to Jack. And then that's what he sees. And of course, his first thought, and I'm sorry, the ending scene with Billy holding her hand was sweet, guys. Sleeping Beauty. I'd fall for that crap.
Wow, a lot of summer haters.
Yeah.
Taylor Jones, Aaron Brody. We don't like Summer for some reason. Summer is such an idiot. I hate her too.
Great actress, that character.
Yeah, Hunter King is amazing. Let's give her some really good material, especially because, like, last week she was trying to fix the family. I like that. And then this week it's like you're back to being a spoiled little brat who thinks she should be an adult.
I loved it how Ashley admitted it, that she doesn't have enough to do, so she's meddling in everyone's business. I love it when they actually...
play into the jokes that we know,
Exactly. She's like, I know, I'm a meddler. Can I help you, please?
Yeah, I love that because that's, like, speaking for the audience. That's what the audience has said. Like, where is Ashley? What is she doing other than butting into this? And I feel like that's sort of them sort of telling us, okay, we're going to be giving her stuff now. Because you're seeing her and Abby and Stitch more again. And so that's going to probably evolve into something terrible.
Is he the only doctor in the whole town?
And we'll love it.
Is he the only doctor?
I think so, because there is that Terrence, I believe, is, the hot black doctor that used to be on One Life to Live.
Yeah, give him a little time.
Yeah, he's with Leslie. Why aren't they both not on the show? We need a lawyer and a doctor.
Exactly. We need another doctor. There's only one doctor in Genoa City.
Stitch has got his hands full.
Yeah, and especially, because we've got Phyllis now in the hospital. Pretty sure somebody else is going to go soon.
Exactly.
Stitch can't go. Sharon.
When it rains, it pours in Genoa City. I love it.
Yeah, and, I am curious because they keep shoving Ashley with Stitch in these scenes. I'm like, that's going to come back up because, they did do it, and Abby knows, and that was still one of the things that it showed Abby's maturity in the situation because it happened before they were even together and that they were honest, but it's still like, don't you just get a little grossed out that your husband and your mom...
she doesn't even bring it up or seem to be uncomfortable, so that's cool.
Yeah, and doesn't seem uncomfortable when they're together.
I don't get it, but hey, to each their own.
More power to it, because I think that she really has sort of fallen out of love with Ben.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe Ashley can fall in love with Ben.
Again.
And then who do we pair Abby with?
Yeah, that's the thing is, I've always thought her and Devon had chemistry, but, his thing with Hillary is like...
chemistry with Devon.
Yeah, he's just too cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, let's bring on a new man for Abby, because I liked Detective Harding, but we all know how that wound up. But yeah, speaking of cute little dates, let's just talk about the little one that Kevin and Chloe went on.
Aww.
That was very
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
She looked great. She looked amazing. And I think it was really cute how he knows her so well. Like, she predicted what he would, she's like, well, what I really want is like a hamburger and, and that's exactly what.
Yeah, well, even cuter than that was the whole Mariah and Faith meeting and how she found out that the date was going to happen. That was so sisterly and cute. And I really felt bad for Mariah because she, it seemed like her heart sank.
Oh, yeah.
She knew that they were going on a date.
Yeah, because, to her still is Kevin pining over Chloe, not Chloe reciprocating. This is the first she's heard of Chloe actually, wanting to do something with Kevin as a couple. And yeah, it was so sweet to have Mariah and Faith, and especially, when Mariah hugs Faith, and even Chelsea goes, I've never seen you hug someone before.
Right. And then Chelsea and Mariah.
Yeah, and then they have like a,
it all just
they
came
become
together.
girlfriends, eating ice cream.
And to me, it didn't seem forced.
No.
It was like, Mariah's like, I can stay with you and the kids,
I would love to get away from Crazy Eyes.
Yeah.
Exactly, but she did point out that she wouldn't be there if Adam didn't die.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks for pointing that out, Mariah. You're awesome and amazing. But yeah, I think, Chloe and they need to get together.
Yeah, I've always liked them as a couple, and as much as I like Mariah and Kevin, I'm okay with them staying friends as long as, like this scene with Mariah and Chelsea. Mariah's sort of taking Chloe's place in Chelsea's life. I like that, sort of turn, because Mariah is someone who does need friends and is sort of new, and I feel that her and Chelsea could really bond because they both experienced a lot of loss. And
I feel like Chelsea's really going to need her now that this whole Chloe thing is probably going to come out.
Yeah.
So she's going to be lacking a friend. Kevin, unfortunately, is going to get the short end of the stick because Chloe has all that stuff going on. There's no way she can be a genuine girlfriend to him.
And I love that they really stepped up Mariah's look. I've always liked her and thought she was pretty, but, they really, made her look more womanly. And,
hanging out with Chelsea, she's going to have a new wardrobe.
Yeah. Chelsea, do a makeover on her.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah. She secretly really likes Kevin, though. You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So something's going to go down there, her and Chloe maybe having like a cat fight or something.
Oh,
I just feel
cat fight.
I feel it coming on. I really do.
And to me, it's just, this was one of the few scenes where we've seen Chloe really let go with Kevin and kind of get back to that place where they used to be. And they were so simpatico in that date. And I kind of hate that I don't feel it's going to last. Because I love Kevin, and I want to see him have a happy ending.
It's over.
He's so sweet.
And they abused those park scenes this week. If I see another park meeting.
I noticed that. I was like, outdoors again. Oh my God, they're jogging.
Can we go back to the pool, please?
Can we go back to the pool? I love it.
Yeah, and I'll just touch on this because it was a little throwaway scene, but when Kevin was in the interrogation room, the Wi-Fi's better in here, and they're like accusing him of stuff. He's like, "Hey guys, I haven't committed a crime in weeks."
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah, that's so funny. And then they both get the phone call about Phyllis. Yeah.
And Dylan was ready to jump on Victor. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is all Victor's fault."
Yeah, and the minute that Jack
blaming
mentioned Victor, he was like, Jack didn't do anything wrong. Of course not, because you have another person that hates Victor as much as you do.
Aaron Brody said Mariah and Tyler need to get back together.
Yeah, I remember Tyler. He was Leslie's younger brother, I think. And he was cute, and he had a triangle with Mariah and Abby. That's sort of why they had, all that hate for one another.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Not bad. Bring it back.
Or maybe it's another guy who used to be in the cult with her. I love when she brings up her. Yeah.
So funny. Yeah, in the chat, a lot of love for Ashley. Taylor Jones, love Ashley.
Yeah,
Tisha.
she's never had any bad moments,
Yeah, I really like
Stuff
what...
a little boring, but...
Yeah, that's the thing is right now she's got nothing going on, but I want to see more because she's such a powerhouse actress, Eileen Davidson. And Tamisha Masick says Ashley isn't like the other Abbotts. Well, because she technically isn't one.
I know, right?
But yeah, just talking about, she warned Billy about his affair with Phyllis. Billy shouldn't have never got involved with her in the first place. But yeah, like Ashley...
Demo saying is Billy Bella's biological dad?
I think that may even be what Chloe believes, because she stole his sperm, but I don't think she ever got a paternity test. And I feel that she may have messed with the one with Kevin, because right now, thinking that Bella is Billy's is the best story, but Bella actually being Billy's is not. And I just keep hoping for the baby.
So adamant that Billy was a good guy this week.
Oh, yeah.
You never hear her talk about that.
I feel that she thinks Bella's his.
Yeah, the way she's talking about it, it's definitely going to come out soon. I think everything with Chloe is going to come out.
Please.
And I think
I would love to see her in an orange jumpsuit. I just would. I know it would look cute.
It was still look cute on her. I think everything looks cute on her. She's adorable.
Because she's just so little and cute.
Yeah.
She's
very petite, yes.
I love Chelsea dressing her, and like even she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was a lot of like good moments this week, especially with the Winters family. I really liked that Neil especially wanted to be there for Jack because he's like, I've already been down this road. I don't want to see him go the same way.
And he's kind of calling it out. This is what's going to happen next, and then that, and then that. So we got a cool warning. Okay, let me not go back to the bottle.
Yeah, Neil was really, really trying. He was amazing this week. He not only talked to Jack, but he went and talked to Billy. And I hope it works. I hope he gets through it.
I don't think so.
I know with me, you know, when I give my friends advice, it's like sometimes they don't hear you. So hopefully they actually hear what Neil's saying and know that he's coming from a good place and because he's been there, you know?
Yeah, and that is the thing, is this is a situation where Neil can totally relate.
Yeah.
You know, and he has forgiven Devon, he has forgiven Hillary, and he saw what dark place he went into, and he doesn't want to see that for Jack. But I loved when Jack was like, I quit this foundation. Like,
I'm out.
You guys are a bunch of just fakes.
You can have it.
I thought that was really hilarious.
I know he'll be back, but for now it sounds good.
yeah, because I liked how Billy's like, well, I can just quit. That'll make it easier.
Yeah, that would
like,
be great. You should. Be a man.
But I liked how Neil talked to Billy, too. He goes, you know what? No, I know where you're coming from as well. I've been in there. So Neil was sort of the sounding board for both brothers and wanted to be there for them. And that was really nice to see. And this is really a good storyline for Neil. Is, you know, him being the more fatherly, you know, go-to one. And really, this works well with that rehab that they've started. And this foundation and just that moment with his mother and that resolved is what's caused him to be this more fatherly, you know, wise character, more of the patriarch than even Victor was. Victor's kind of falling around and it's really becoming Neil.
But I like that Neil has, you know, scenes with other characters because it's always the family, and sometimes it seems a little forced. So now that he has Billy to meddle in and somebody else's family, I like that.
Yeah. I think Neil's just happy that it's not his family that's having
Right.
drama. It's
Like
just
we had
like
enough drama last week.
Yeah, exactly. But I loved how Hillary ran to talk to Jack. I thought that was
Ooh,
I thought that was really strange. I was like, okay, whatever you say. And then when she got back, she was like totally making out with Devon. And she got,
I did feel that odd for her marriage, but for Jack, it's like she was somebody he kind of turned to and liked. So it's like on one hand, I saw it, but it's just like you had these issues and you made out with Jack, and Lily, of course, sports it out.
Oh, yeah.
Lily always has to put her 2 cents in, always.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
I know, and I'm just like, I like that they had come to a better place, and I don't mind her throwing stones at Hillary every now and then, just like Jill and Katherine would do.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like, Lily, move on.
Yeah.
I love you, girl. But
Once
She
again,
needs something to do.
Yeah,
She's
it's
another character.
storyline.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all
I love when there's a little bit of tension between her and Kane. I know it's never fun to be fighting with your spouse, but it really does Lily's character some good.
Yeah, and I really like that, you know, Kane is more involved at Brash and Sassy. He was sort of brotherly to Billy and sort of the go-between with him and Victoria. But I feel that maybe Lily's place is at Brash and Sassy as opposed to the athletic club because she can't really get much story with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless she's going to be the spy and kind of tell on some people who aren't supposed to be there. I don't
Yeah.
know. Something has to happen.
Maybe she starts a reality show based on the
Right.
comings and goings of the athletic club. You
Right.
know, the Walk of Shame. But yeah, like, so to me, Lily would fit right in with Kane sort of being in the middle of Billy and Victoria, and I just can't believe Victoria's this upset about it. I do get her point of view, but she almost seems jealous, and everybody's brought it up.
She almost lost her hot boyfriend.
Yeah.
Come on. It's like, you know, she needs to not care so much about her past. You know, I know it's like they have kids together.
And it's new.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, Jill's
True.
constantly trying to push them together.
Yeah.
And I think she likes that chase, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you
want to be wanted.
Yeah, you want to be wanted, and you don't want your ex to be happier with someone else or love someone else more than they loved you. I get it.
Or
but
making
still.
you look bad.
Well, true.
Yeah, I get it with Victoria that, you know, I felt that she always thought that Billy's downward spiral had to do with her. So this realization that it was Phyllis has just like destroyed her little thing. Because she's like, my life is so happy with Travis. Billy's just still hung up on me. And I'm just like, girl, no.
If you only knew.
She was very clueless. She was like, what? Phyllis?
And Travis has been very understanding, but that hurts.
Yeah.
Seeing her so hung up over.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, is I think even Victoria, towards the end of the week, realized what a good guy Travis is, but she just can't help herself with that bad boy Billy. And I'm like, girl, Travis is, like, perfect. He is a freaking Ken doll personified. Yeah. Even Jill's been trying to jog with that.
Oh, that scene. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. Yeah, she was like,
can we get into that?
Yeah.
The bump. that was the worst bump I've ever seen. She looked so uncoordinated. She had no business there.
Yeah.
She brought the waters and everything.
Yeah, and the tag was still on the shoes. That was hilarious because Travis pointing her out. Like, I love that. He has a really good like camaraderie with Jill that I like. That he calls her out, and it's fun to watch. Yeah.
Is he going to end up working for her though? I feel like he is. I feel like Victoria is pushing him towards that, whether she knows it or not.
I feel like he'll be working for Victor, if anything.
Yeah, I don't know, because Victor doesn't seem to want anything to do with Travis. Like, he's just nonchalant about the whole thing. But I feel that Jill will probably try to use Travis, to her advantage. But she's been failing miserably now. But the more that Victoria seems jealous about Billy and Phyllis, the more Travis is going to want to push back. Because I'm hoping he's not as perfect as he seems.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I mean, we saw a glimpse of that whole Wall Street past, and I feel like there's a lot more to that.
I know. And I
Be
know
a bad
some
boy.
people, yeah. And that's the thing is not everybody needs to be a bad boy, but he's just too perfect. Let's see some cracks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ex-wife, a couple kids. Something.
So Demo in the chat thinks that Victoria is so in love with Billy and that it's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
or
so,
maybe
a little
it's coming
bit.
out now.
It's kind of coming out a little bit. I think she is. I don't know if she's still in love with him, but I feel like she still wants him to be pining over her.
Yeah.
I appreciate Devon bringing up the fact that Lily is cheated.
Right.
Cheyenne McCoy.
Yeah, I did like that too, because Lily got a little too judgmental for someone who had just recently cheated on Kane, and that was good. It's like, and Devon was the right person to do that.
Yeah, because he's so nice. It's coming from a good place.
Yeah, it was just him sort of defending his wife, but by being brotherly to his sister, like, hey, don't forget what you did, and Kane took you back, and we all still love you.
Travis shirtless, so hot. Yes, it was.
Yeah, we could use more of those scenes. Could we just make Travis a model for Brash and Sassy?
Yeah, that would be nice.
I
Get Billy out, put Travis in.
Billy's not a model though. It's, he could be the model. Yeah, I could see that.
And Billy just
Shirtless Travis.
Yeah. Billy's on the casting couch, though. But
Right.
So
So
but
we
maybe
need him
we'll
out.
let Jill. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let her run the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Travis, a little more oil. Turn to the left.
Oh yeah.
See, that would be fun.
They need something like that.
I feel like it's gonna happen. Especially Jill. She's wanting to get him involved some way.
Yeah, because I think that she feels that if he's around them the way that they were at work, that Kane was having to deal with them, especially at the photo shoot, just switching, that he'll see how much they still love each other and want each other. So, and I see that he's going to eventually take Jill up on her offers to do stuff.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow.
Well, other than, I guess we'll talk a little bit about what do you think is going to happen with Phyllis's fall? So that was sort of how we ended it this week, with her opening her eyes. But do you think she's really awake?
Yes. I feel it was
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she was definitely milking this. And I think it's, it's
I
very
think
ironic.
She's milking it, but once she sees that Jack is like being investigated and they think that it's on purpose, she's going to come around. Because ultimately, she doesn't want that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to hurt Jack, even though she already has. I feel that she'll definitely be honest there. I don't see her using that because she's never wanted to be manipulative or anything like that with Jack.
But she'll have to push Billy away completely in order to stick up for Jack, because Billy's so trying to find some reason to blame him for it.
Yeah,
But you weren't there. You didn't see it.
And Billy's still trying to get with her. He's like, we're meant to be together. It's like
I
she
know.
opened your eyes for 2 seconds.
And this is
okay,
a perfect
slow
moment
down.
for him. He's like, I got something. Okay, I'm back in there. That little
Exactly.
snake.
Oh, it's so funny. And I do love that, Brian McDaniel, who's Angelica McDaniel's husband, who's the head of CBS Daytime, was there every time as, the GC Buzz, because he works for TMZ, the reporter. It was funny to see that. And they're using him again next week. And I think that's when David Faustino, a.k.a. Bud Bundy from Married with Children, will be popping up as sort of the Harvey Levin type character.
Nice.
Ooh,
We need that shady
I love it.
reporter.
Yeah, because we have Lois and then we have this. So I kind of like that they're getting more with the reporters and the shade.
And
This
staying
is
up
more
with
realistic.
the times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
because
I
they're
like it.
famous, so the paparazzi would be following their every
Right.
move.
And then Phyllis's whole paparazzi spiel was nice.
Yeah.
She handled that well.
I know. Maybe she should do PR since she doesn't have a jabot anymore. But I guess.
I would say she got a new job. Be her new gig.
Yes. But I think that's it for the week that was in Genoa City. So let's slide into our news and gossip.
Yeah.
We've got one little bit of news there.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, Y&R gets another old head writer, Kay Alden, for story consultant. She was apparently around as head writer in the late 90s, which was some of the better storylines.
Yes, that's when I started watching. Loved it.
Yeah, so that's really good. We've got her and Sally Sussman, so I think we're going to start getting a little bit more old school with Y&R, back to, good ratings in the heyday.
Let's bring the 90s back.
Power players. Nice.
Well, cool. That was it for the news this week. It was actually pretty light, and I guess is a good thing, so there's no firings.
There's good firing.
No one died. But let's get into our segment. So, what about the shadiest moments of the week?
Slim Shady.
I'm the real Shady.
Slim Shadys are just imitating.
Oh, you girls are so supportive.
Please stand up.
That brings me back to the 90s.
I mean, I am a bubblegum rapper, so I can take over there.
Thank you. Shadiest moment of the week was definitely between Devon and Lily. Even though I felt like I came from a good place, Devon still put Lily in her place and was like, Lily said, she cheated on you before. What's stopping her from doing it again? He said, what's stopping you from doing it again to Kane? Her mouth was open. She had nothing to say.
She was like, what?
She was stunted.
Like, okay. I guess I better be quiet. Shade.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
shade.
it's always funnier when it's brother and sister shade.
Yeah.
Family shade is the best.
Because I felt like if it came from Hillary, she would just snap on her and maybe throw a drink at her.
Yeah.
From Devon, it's like, all right.
You're like,
I'll
okay.
get you back.
There it is. We'll just end on that.
Sorry, ladies.
Yeah.
Stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Shady though.
I guess, this is sort of half shade, half not so shade. Let's get into our best and worst dressed. So our best dress this week.
Is Chloe.
Chloe?
She looks amazing. Look at that red dress. She was gorgeous. I don't think Kevin could keep his eyes off of her in that dress. And I think she should let Chelsea dress her more often.
I do too. That color is amazing on her.
Yeah, it was such a pretty color, and the cut, too, and it just flowed so nicely. It was very carefree, which is something that Chloe really hasn't been able to do until this moment,
And it was perfect with that outdoor scene. The lighting was great. Sparkle.
But she did throw on a leather jacket. She kind of, she put her hair up in a
Funked
ponytail.
it
So
up
I
a
think
little
she
bit.
almost a little bit wanted to be like, this isn't a full-on date, guys. 'Cause
Right.
everyone used the word date. Even Kevin. I'm like, Kevin, I thought that's what you want.
Like, I'm still a mom.
Yeah.
And it was cute, though, because she was trying to make it herself, like throwing the jacket that really didn't go and the ponytail. But I think the ponytail, being it was a high pony, actually wound up working with it.
Yeah. She always,
She just looks
like
cute
we
all
were
the time.
saying, she always looks cute no matter what she does. And I love me some leather jackets.
Yes,
so
I need
I
one.
think you can put it with any outfit and look great. But yeah, it looks great alone. But I don't think she wanted Kevin to see her in that kind of light just yet. Even though there was a makeout session.
Yeah,
We
by
didn't
the
talk
end of
about
it,
that.
though.
So glad this is our worst.
Yeah, that was me. I'm like, this is something that is so not Chelsea. I mean, her hair looked like my hair half the time. And, I mean, she's way more fashionable than me.
And it just looks slouched over and
Yeah.
ill-proportioned.
Maybe she's too busy, putting everyone else's outfit together to put a decent outfit together with her. Yeah, I think those
It looks
kind
okay on the model.
Yeah, it just, it doesn't really fit her body type. And I don't know, it's not that cold yet in
We
Genoa
need
City.
to get her some dates
Yeah.
with Nick. She can swap, wear that red dress.
I
Some of
know.
her other designs. And there we go, Chelsea.
Yeah, because to me, it's like, it's not that that's necessarily a bad choice. It's a bad choice for Chelsea. And I think that was the thing. But I guess we'll get into the winners and losers of the week. My winner might surprise people since I called her a loser last week, but I really wanted to give Nikki a shout out because it was actually pretty hard to pick a winner because I thought Chloe, Kevin, we have Jack again, Nick again. I mean, that was the thing is there were so many people doing the right thing, as like Neil, Devon.
Yeah.
But with Nikki, I crapped on her last week, so this is I gave it to her for most
redemption.
improved because
Most improved,
yeah,
yeah.
the way she was with Phyllis was just that was great.
Yeah, I wonder what's behind that. If she has any, giving Phyllis that advice to kind of go after Jack and not give up.
She sees herself in Phyllis, and so it was kind of coming from a place of let me help you.
I hope
I agree.
I hope it was selfless, but she may have something behind. She may have an ulterior motive.
No, not
Because
Nikki.
why is Nikki trying to put? I don't know. But yeah, Nikki was amazing. I love Neil.
Yeah, I
Neil,
do too.
he did amazing this week. He really was selfless.
Well, that's why my loser this week, though, is got to go to Victoria and Jill. I gave it a tie because I thought that they both behaved really badly in regards to the whole blow-up. I mean, Jill already knew about it, and then Victoria found out at the very end of last week. But just the way that they acted towards Billy and Jill, of all people, should have been somewhat compassionate because he is her son, and he is her idiot son. I loved how she threw that shade at him, but it was just like, wow. And she just kept pushing Travis away, and then Victoria did the same thing. It's like, again, Travis is perfect,
Right, just let it roll.
So far,
Let
he
it
is
roll.
pretty perfect. Yeah, they're just being so immature. There's more going on than their little, Jill trying to scheme and get everyone.
But I think a job for Travis would give Victoria that need to go after him now. Like, oh my God, he has something to do other than
I know.
pine after me.
Yeah, jobs are hot.
She wants everyone to pine after her. I feel it,
does.
Victoria. She wants Billy to
she's
pine
an
after
alpha
her.
female.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think, Sharon and Nikki and, Phyllis, all these people have actually even called Victoria out, on wanting people to pine after her. And it's like, yeah, that you don't get it both ways. That's on another soap.
Yes.
Yeah, Demo seems to think that Phyllis is the loser of the week.
I agree.
But she, she fell, so that redeems her a little bit. That's why I feel like it was a little staged. But she was like, I need something here because my begging and pleading with Jack isn't helping.
It's not working.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, but
Sympathy.
I will be very curious to see if she sticks up for Jack or not with the police and with the investigation. I don't know.
Well, why don't we speculate? Let's get into our predictions.
Predictions.
We'll make it more dramatic. We'll do our own effects.
I know. Let's just work like this today. All right. So what do you guys think? You think Phyllis is going to fess up if they start to question Jack?
Yes, she's going to have Jack's back.
I'm going to say no just to be just to be on the other side. I'm going to say no. I don't know. I feel like if she doesn't feel like she's going to get Jack back, she may kind of be like, oh, I don't remember. And, I don't know.
Well, I don't remember is better than he pushed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to, full on say that he pushed me. But I think she's going to definitely, there's going to be some sort of wild goose chase of does she remember? She lost her memory. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this is going to bring to light some other, medical stuff with Phyllis, like whether it's coming back, where, she was pulled out of that coma by an experimental drug that Victor paid for, or she's pregnant. They've got two ways that they could go with it.
Or she's tripolar.
Ooh, Aaron
Or
Brody
she's
said, I bet Phyllis
bipolar.
comes back with amnesia and doesn't remember the affair with Billy. That's a good way to
Yeah,
go.
that would be interesting, because then it's like, oh, she'll
How
just
do you
want
get
to be
mad
back
at
with Jack.
someone who doesn't remember?
I
That's
think
like Hillary.
Aaron Brody is onto something. I think he's onto something.
Yeah.
I think she's going to wake up and she's going to be like, Billy, why are you saying all these things to me?
Phyllis always
I'm
getting
so
bailed out of
clueless.
everything. Yes, Taylor
Yeah.
Jones, she is.
She, it's her way to get out of it because she's going to say, I don't remember. That was, I couldn't have done something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think this whole Jack and Hillary hookup is finally going to happen. I saw a little glimpse of it this week. What do you think?
And to me, I'd almost rather that happen, because as much as I like Hillary and Devon together, I feel that they need to break up for a little bit. And Devon needs to get with Abby or Mariah, just somebody else.
He needs something. And then Hillary, you know, she's trying to climb that social ladder. So what better way than with Jack Abbott?
Yeah, I mean, Lily did say that's exactly what
she's
she's
trying
going
to
to
do.
do.
Go straight to the top.
And we saw a little bit of it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, is Jack is looking for some strange. Now, I hope that Bethany comes back and is that person.
Yep.
But, you know, Victor did pay her a lot of money to stay away.
And then where is Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie.
her.
I think that I saw a picture that Mara Caffrey, you know, tweeted out that she was going to be in some scenes. So I actually thought she was done, because they sort of ended things with the character. But maybe they're going to need an expert hacker that even Kevin can't solve for.
I like it. I like it.
Who knows?
All right. Well, I guess that is it for our predictions and our show. So, where can they keep up the conversation with you, Kiera?
Hey, you can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni, and specifically on Instagram at Kiki Giovanni.
And how about you, Abby?
Tweet me, snap me, Insta me at Abbey Scott 1 below. And yeah, let's be BFFs.
All right, guys, and of course, I'm your host, Lacretia Lyon, so you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. Be sure to stay tuned for the last show of the soap block, The Bold Breakdown with James Lott Jr.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.